Hello, I am Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net, and this is the Making Star Wars Show. And make sure you like the show, like Star Wars Santa says, on whatever platform you listen to or watch it. And if you are watching this on YouTube and you need an audio version, we're on Spotify and Apple and all that jazz, so you could get the show there if you want to. If you need the audio version in your ear holes. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm good. I'm just wondering if I'm losing the internet or not.
Is it me?
I'm like, no, you sound great. It's just that my music I play some music in there while we talk to keep lively. It went out, and I'm like, oh no, so if I disappear for a second,
this is a story all about how. Right?
I know you would not. I listen to Japanese acid, Jad. You just man, you can't predict me.
I thought you listened to DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I do.
Okay.
So during the show. Oh yeah, sometimes it, but today it's that,
Right. So if you ever feel like Rob isn't listening to you, he's literally not. He's
no, I just don't listen to you.
Nightmare.
I'm listening to Suchmos. You ever heard of Suchmos?
Mm-mm.
Suchmos. They stopped making music like in 2019.
Okay.
They have like a cool 60s. I don't know. Like it's a good blend. It's a good blend of jazz and stuff. So whatever.
All right. So if you're not listening to DJ Jazzy Jeff, you're listening to jazz.
Mag Mob.
Mag Mob. Star Wars, Rumors, Skeleton Crew, Screwed, Heroes, and Alien Tidbits. All right. You got that? You got that? We'll get right to the news. Yeah, my font is kind of small on the site. I accidentally put an equal sign. I don't know. I just left it. I thought it was kind of funny. I saw that on Central. I was like, I'm going to leave it. Over the last few months, the production of Skeleton Crew has been a rough one by most accounts. Equals. I have heard many stories of crew members leaving and crew members coming aboard to replace people who left the production. Some were frustrated. They claim they will not be back to work on a Star Wars project again. One crew member, who will obviously remain anonymous, said the run on Skeleton Crew has been rougher than all of the other productions combined for most of them.
What?
They were quick to stress they do not think the show is going to suffer for the production's difficulties, but we sure did on this one.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we all felt Lucas could have struggled a little more in the prequels, right? Right, Jason?
Hey, that's you got your opinion and I got mine.
Yeah.
The crew are the unsung heroes of these productions. The production schedule was grueling, and the crew felt underappreciated, disposable, and disrespected.
No.
There were management shifts, and the morale fell pretty low recently. I, for one, appreciate the work they do on these shows. These wizards turn Southern California into Star Wars landscapes. I hope they know the fans give them all the respect and gratitude for, drum roll, making Star Wars. And then here's where we get into some of the more fun stuff. Speaking of heroes, sources have said Jude Law's character is a
careful
teacher.
With that.
Okay. Speaking of heroes,
Kanye.
Sources have said Jude Law. Hey, Jude Law's character is a teacher, and the show is like a field trip into and out of the known Star Wars universe with the Goonies. Jude Law's part instructor of the students, part Bran, the older brother in Goonies in the series, and they contend with pirates in unknown. Yeah, they contend with pirates in the unknown territories. The journey takes them through rough spots and to opulent places. So they will be at the bottom. They will be at the top.
All I hear is "Time on the March," such as the Orient. Like you can't do that anymore. Or
okay,
else.
That's fair.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't do that. For all the alien lovers out there, I glimpsed a photo really briefly of the mask for the show, and there were a lot of classic alien species from the original 6 films in the series. I saw Weequays, I saw some Baratos, I saw some Mon Calls, I saw some Rhodians, you name it. The greatest hits were all there. One Weequay looked a lot like Hondo Anaka, but I honestly can't confirm that the mask was his at this point, but serious Hondo vibes were felt when I saw it. I see a Weequay with goggles, and I get hopeful. It had like the molding for the goggles to like go in over the eyes, and definitely looked like it could be the Hondo Anaka mask if it was based off of the one from Batuu in the Galaxy's Edge rides. That said, the goggles were slightly different, so it might not be it. But this is like This is like 20 years before, so 30 years before.
We all know I'm a little stupid, right? Like we can all agree on this, right? Right, Robert Sinclair, right? So I'm the guy who thought Galactic Starship was an actual boat, like whatever.
Yeah, I like the Love Boat, and I was Stubby Gutter.
Michael J. Fox is on the Love Boat, but when you say Hondo, man, all I hear is Holdo, Lando, Han.
Hondo's one of the best Star Wars characters ever created.
I know, it's just a lot of similar names now.
Like literally, if you ever watch the Clone Wars, you're just like, I'm just gonna do it so people will shut the fuck up about it, and you watched it someday, you'll be like, that's one of the best Star Wars characters ever made. Truly. He's based off of what's his name from a Fantasy Island?
Ricardo Montalban?
Yes.
Yeah, Khan.
He's Khan, but he's not Khan. He's fucking like a charming pirate. And he has great lines. He has some of the best lines in Star Wars. But anyway, it's only a matter of time before he shows up, and this might be it. But I also don't want to get people too excited. But I was like, you know what? Let's see if we could, because I tried to see if he was in it. Didn't really get very far, so I put in this out there to see if I could squeeze it out. Get some more truth about it. So rumors suggest this show intersects with Star Wars Ahsoka to some degree. The show will explore the origins of the Night Sisters, who are different from the witches we met on Dathomir in the Clone Wars. It sounds like the Space Goonies will have an educational time out in the stars. And then once again, to reiterate, the crew had a rough time on this production. It was not the best work environment, apparently. That said, the crew kicks ass and the show will not suffer for it. The work was accomplished. They are professionals. And by the way, if anybody spins this any other way, they are saying that they're not, just so you know. But I imagine that with the turnover, there could be stories coming down the pipeline. In this instance, the crew suffered. The project did not, and we're thankful for their work. So thanks, Skeleton Crew. Get it? Crew. But
yeah, it's unfortunate, man, because one of the reasons that the director John West, I can't remember his name, the director of the Skeleton Crew, John Watts, thank you, director of Spider-Man movies. They said he was supposed to direct the Fantastic Four, and like he bowed out and went to do this. Yeah, and his he told everyone in his press release, he's like, yeah, I'm just a little burnt out, Marvel stuff for now. I'm gonna take a little break. And I'm like, to get burnt out and then end up on another fucking project that's might be rushed. I hate to say rush because people will run with that.
No, it's not rush. It's not rush.
But an aggressive shooting schedule, right? Yeah. Like let's Which, by the way, people should remember, man. Like fucking Aliens was shot in 10 months. The movies used to get done. You know what I mean? Like they didn't shoot for fucking, like a year or a year and a half or something. Matter of fact, that is kind of long. Man, they shot a whole series in 6 months. That's fucking crazy, dude. Like,
yeah, movies used to take a lot longer, and these aren't. They're not exactly movies, but they are very close. And the amount of work is probably like shooting 2.5 movies, right? When also, I mean, maybe that's even low. Yeah. But it's probably like
Robert Sinclair says, "How did I become the guy in the chat who thinks Rob is stupid? What did I turn here now?"
Yeah.
Well,
what did Robert Sinclair do to you?
Welcome to the Stupid Rob Club. You know what I mean? You're a little confused. I'm a little. All Robs are confused and dumb.
Sorry, Robert. I always tell him you think he's a complete idiot. So I'm always like, hey, Robert Sinclair thinks you're an idiot. Can you not mess the show up, Rob? Like that's how our before talks go.
I'm like, hey, so Rob. Dumb. I think this is a compliment.
You're all, hey, that means like I'm the guy on the show with the personality,
yeah. I had the same. I will never forget my 5th grade photo looked like this. I'll never forget because my mom, she married this dude. The first thing when I just meet him, he sees his photos and goes, "Look at your dumb face."
Yeah. Look at it though. Look at it. So dumb. It's so dumb. Okay. Anyways, no, you don't got a dumb face, Rob. You got a pretty normal face. Timmy says Night Sisters. Yeah. So that's been something that's like kind of come up.
Sister.
Yeah. This is my opinion now. I this isn't like really based off of anything, but I think it's like just weighing what we have before us. You have like Ahsoka Tano coming in, and she's a Jedi, ex-Jedi, but a Jedi nonetheless in terms of powers and stuff like that. And then you have like Thrawn coming into the stories, and he's just a blue guy with
blue
blue.
World Order.
Yeah,
right. We like blue aliens.
Yeah, he might be an avatar. I mean, I don't know.
We
he might be like an avatar of a Sith Lord. We don't know, right?
We love blue aliens.
No, he's not a cat. He's just a guy.
No,
hey, but
it's got cat-like eyes.
No, but I mean, but what I'm trying to say is like Grand Moff Tarkin versus like Obi-Wan Kenobi in a fight. There's not really a fight there. He's gonna like force push him down, break his hip. It's over. He's done. You know what I mean?
Elderly Kenobi fell in the shower and
elderly Thrawn. Elderly Thrawn.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know why I was thinking Kenobi.
Get me a Yeltsinari. I need to stop these powers.
Paleon, I've fallen and I can't get out.
Yeah. Exactly. Life alert to Paleon. But
so more like Mad's wobbling all over the floor because you broke your hip, stupid.
so how do you challenge Ezra Bridger, and how do you challenge Ahsoka Tano with warriors that are of equal, sort of ability on the battlefield, and you add magic to it? You make them Night Sisters, who are people who use the Force. They use the Force differently, though, than, there's some wacky.
Well, they have the bald heads with like the Cyndi Lauper like hair coming down right over, right? And they're like, like that one.
No, that was the concept art by Ian McCaig, I think you're referencing, where she has spaghetti hair.
Kind of like she looked like Girl's Not Gonna Take It.
Yeah.
Girls,
like you can see like, oh, Captain Lou won't let me be a Sith Lord. Like kind of has that going on. Yeah.
You want to hear a fun Rob story?
Sure.
So Halloween 1987, my mom couldn't afford a costume and didn't want to, ask my dad for money. So the morning of, there's a costume contest at school. And she just put me in everything she had from her Cyndi Lauper fucking 11 days. And I went, and she put like sticky gold stars all over me and did like the weird Cyndi. She made me look like Cyndi Lauper. It's the craziest fucking thing. I go to school. I don't even know what I'm looking like. I just went to school like I didn't say nothing, didn't do nothing. They made an award for me, Jason. Most weird. It was not part of the award. They handed out the best. At the end, they went, and we made this just for you. They even called me out. Most weird. And everyone was weird. Like, yeah. 80s kids.
Yeah. God, I remember I think it was first grade. I went as a mummy. And I had like gauze wrapped. I had like a mummy mask. And I had like gauze wrapped around me. And it was like clipped on with those little like ace bandage clips, And the clip came off, and I remember it came on unraveled, and I started crying. And I needed somebody to help me. I needed like a teacher to help me. And I had a really asshole teacher, and it was Miss Abishai. She's a fucking asshole, dude. You have no idea. But Abishai's like, Abishai starts yelling, "I got a crying mummy over here. I got a crying
mummy." First off, Abishai is a name that needs to end up in a Knives Out movie, right?
Yeah,
that's a totally Rehan.
She had beehive hair, like she was from, like she was like literally still from the '60s. Like she had changed her style. Yeah, it's Abishai.
Yeah. And then we got a mummy over here,
right? Crying mummy over here.
My water. We gotta clean up a mummy on aisle 4. You think we're ever gonna get a Star Wars mummy? You think they'll ever do it? If we get magic, we think we'll get a mummy.
Yeah, we've kind of we got close to like Egyptian style stuff with these cat like slaver people, and then Anakin's like, "Ooh, you're slavers."
Supposed to be. Well, they're like Anubis like, or
they're like dogs. Right? There's like dogs. There's like dogs.
I just remember the Struzan on the one
of
those Bakura books or some shit like that.
Yeah, not a fan of those dog designs or whatever. I don't think it works.
I like it when Struzan illustrates it, but they all would have looked like warriors of virtue or something.
Well, layout Struzan elevates a turd. Like that could have been a piece of poop, and it'd be like, wow, it looks pretty good when Struzan draws it.
I bet you if we could get 1992 Struzan to draw poop, we'd all be like, that's fucking amazing.
Oh, that would be cool. Wouldn't it be great?
Look at that. It's only 40 grand. Want to go in on it? GoFundMe.
Yeah. We don't have that much, but we could afford the pencil sketch you did.
We could go on a tour and go, we're touring with Drew Struzan's turn. Star turn. The tour.
Yeah. Oh, but by the way, that Hondo Ananka character, he flies around in an actual saucer UFO. And
I know, man. But
no, it's fucking cool as shit, dude. It's fucking cool as shit.
I know.
Your cynicism is.
Yeah. I don't want to be reminded of that era. I'm done with it.
It's not even an era.
It's 2008 to 2018. Like it's like a 10-year run.
So you're saying you don't want to be reminded of like a quarter
Star
of
Wars from 2005 up until like The Mandalorian or The Force Awakens. I don't really,
you saw one, you got hurt, and then you thought everyone was out to hurt you. They're not all out to hurt you, Rob. They're not all out to hurt you. Some of those episodes,
I can check. Hey, Luke, you out to hurt me? Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh,
I like to choke. Yeah, it's my yeah, that's what I like to do. Yeah. I like to do the Mortal Kombat. Get over here. Then I choke you.
Like to give a good Hadouken here and there.
Yeah, cut through them like butter.
Right.
It's my favorite line when he's looking at the fucking droids with Steven Spielberg. Yeah, the Jedi did just cut through them like butter. And I'm like, why fucking put him in the movie, George? Like,
well, because it would be rated R if he was cutting off the heads of people. But I like
when he did that to Boba Fett's dad.
Yeah, but it flies away. Literally,
like Bespin's drone. No, I figured it out.
No. You do know this, right? Like, they did multiple versions of that to get it through the MPAA, and the one that they liked was the one where the head just goes bloop. Just goes bloop.
Fucking stupid, so stupid. Yeah. That drone chair that Bespin's that Nick flies around, right? It's called the Chitty drone.
Chitty drone.
Yeah.
Nolan says, Jason, I feel like the Mando era is lacking in a red lightsaber wielding baddie. Do you think Favs and Filoni are plan on bringing one in? No comment, Nolan. No comment. But you'll get something close.
This is my complaint on Mando season 2. The writing for Giancarlo Esposito, they need to stop. They need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and get themselves some better fucking writers, you know? Because the way they did that, dude, it's bullshit. He could have just been Thrawn, bro. Like, I don't understand how they're doing that character.
We know that a change is coming. And the question is the change for him a Band-Aid over the problem? Or do they actually fix it? Because like they're gonna give him the helmet.
The hierarchy of the Mando universe is about to change, Jason.
Yeah, but he's gonna having a helmet on, which tells me that's less subtlety in the acting, unless they want to take the mask off. Which I guess they just could. They could just. I mean, he's not like in the cult, so he might just take it off all the time. But yeah, I'm curious because I like the actor, but I mean, he's clearly they don't know what to do with him.
They don't know what to do with him. And they're not smart enough to write a smart. I'm not being like mean to Favreau and the writers, but I've never seen Favreau write a character that's like calculating in like a No Country for Old Men kind of way, right? Like
Luthen,
right? Like even Luthen, Favreau, that's out of Favreau's wheelhouse, bro. He can't. He writes fucking Baloo, So
and to be fair, I don't know if
Obadiah Stane
and and like people play to their strengths. Like I don't know if Tony Gilroy could deliver something on like a Baby Yoda. I don't know if he could do it. I don't know if he could.
Yeah, he'd choke him out though. Like,
bro, well, that's
fucking toys,
Yeah. No, that's not what I meant at all.
You asked.
Yeah.
He can do it.
So there is I can't say anything about it at the moment, but yeah, there's like a dynamic coming that might make you kind of happy, but we'll see. We'll see how
we're getting Star Thriller. It's Michael Jackson's gonna finally
Star
be in Star Wars.
Thriller.
Yeah. It's a Star Thriller. He has magic and shit, like it's great.
Santa says Barra Sophie was sort of a mummified Jedi.
I don't remember all these names.
Mummified? I don't know. I thought she was kind of like, "Hey, how's it going? You've been here a long time with this Jedi Order." And what about all those amber entombed Jedi and Kenobis? Sort of mummified. Well,
man, Santa's trying to like justify like how he sort of gets away with child labor with the elves. You know? Stretch, Santa.
Today on Santa's show, I asked the hard question. I asked, if the clones age at twice that of a human, are they technically a child army?
Yes.
They're like 12, right? Yeah. Some of them are like 12. Yeah. So
that's why all the Republicans love them. Give them guns. I'm fighting the military.
Hey. Right. No, as the truth says, Lucasfilm have changed how lightsabers work now. They grow in length in the Jedi Survivor trailer. He says in a video titled "Thousands of people will see and believe." It's just camera warping. Actually, lightsabers do change. If you watch Attack of the Clones, when Anakin jumps on the bed to kill the what are they called? Coons, something like that.
The Dune things, the Dune bugs,
raccoons. Were they raccoons?
It's the same scene that's in Dune, man.
Yeah. Well, when he jumps on the bed, like the way they shot it didn't really work, so they had to make the lightsaber like change, its length and stuff. So it's a magical weapon from a different time that can just do whatever you need it to.
Someone out there smarter and more accurate than me will remember what will actually know what I remember, right? Maybe you do, Jason. But I remember, I think it was a visual dictionary, or it was like in the West End games or something. Like on one of on Anakin's saber, it had like this little knob or some shit.
Yeah,
and they're like in there adjustable saber.
Hey, baby.
Hey. Yeah. And I remember reading that, like, you can't adjust this. Why don't you just adjust the saber in mid swing? Like, I don't like that's. I remember seeing that somewhere, going, I don't believe that.
Because then it loses power the longer it is.
But he's got the Energizer bunny. Did you see the commercial?
Right, you did fight that bunny.
You did.
So, as Drew says, having seen that video pop up after I spent all day yesterday making a video trying to be correct, only for the video to bomb hard, has me pretty mad. Laugh out loud. No one wants the truth. Yeah. No one wants the truth. That's like a big problem. A lot of people are just want to hear what they want to hear as opposed to what they need to hear, or what the reality is. That's what I ultimately dislike about all of the people that are looking for an angle on making bad Star Wars content about how shit Star Wars is or whatever. It's like, for instance, I love Luke Skywalker. It was great when he came into that episode, but that shouldn't have been the finale of the show. That wasn't a finale. That was a Band-Aid. You know what I mean? You could be real about shit without being a fucking phony ass liar. I just don't understand why people are like that.
Also, Jason, I'm starting a new YouTube channel. Did you hear it? It's called As a False. I'm just gonna tell all the false stuff.
As a False,
way more views than he gonna have. We're gonna be at Disneyland every day, just making As a False.
You just gave yourself away, because I know somebody's been in Azadrew's comments before saying that. So
that's As a False flag. That's
I'm
not
pretty sure.
You just faking
as a false flag operation. Was it also you who said he has $15 billion? Was it also you who said that?
Oh, that was me. How'd you know? I put that. It's Filonipedia. If you can write whatever you want on there. You just type that in. They give you the keys.
It was all because his number was one before you at In-N-Out one time, and you harbor the resentment.
He was order 68. It was pissed me off. I didn't like it.
And everybody thinks he wants 66, but he really wants 69.
I know. And so he took it, and then fucked his whole fucking day up. He wanted that 69 and he got stuck with 60. I meant to say he got stuck with 68. You know what I mean, Jason.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We'll figure it out.
You all can do the math.
Literally 2 frames after the long lightsaber, it's normal at a different angle. They haven't changed anything.
See,
yeah.
As a true, you're 20 something.
24. I think it's 24.
24. You are now entering the realm of back and to the left. We got your generation has to analyze video game trailers. I got Zapruder film to show how fucking gameplay actually works. Whereas our generation was trying to make sense out of a guy in a Bigfoot suit walking across frame. and whether Billy Meyer wasn't holding strings up with the fucking like Holdo ship, right? Like he totally was. Like,
yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, I feel for you.
Sorry.
What's
Sorry.
fucking crazy is the game comes out and no one talks about this shit anymore because it's just not gonna happen. You know, like it's pretty fucking obvious. You just use the saber. It's how it fucking is, man. It's not the special thing to the game. But blame YouTube, man, because YouTube just fucking straight up only promotes this bullshit. I mean, every day I have to fucking go, don't show me your bullshit fucking recommendations.
I don't even think that does anything. I think it goes, oh, that's making him mad. Keep showing him more. I think it's like a reverse psychology kind of button. That's my experience. Dell says, shoot a blast door panel. If it opens, you need it to open. Shoot a blast door panel and it closes or locks if that's what fits the plot. Nothing new with lightsabers being magical. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's not like a game mechanic in that game. Anybody who tried to push anything like that's just being silly, or is a silly person or a silly thinker, I'd say. But
literally, they call him a fucking wizard.
The crazy old wizard.
Yeah, and what does the crazy old wizard have? A giant fucking glowing wand that he waves around his
I'm gonna have to explain it. I'm gonna have to explain this to Adele. So 68 is when you stand on your head and lick the bottom of BB-8. That's
as long as you leave BMO out of your fucking.
Oh no, it has to be a BB-8 droid. BB droid.
You leave BMO out of it. Right?
Yeah, that's Order 68 when all the stormtroopers lick the bottom of.
Let's go for a walk and go on trips with you to the store. You know, just wants to get in the car and go with you to the store, man. Like,
but I like this idea of Jude Law being a teacher.
Oh, like Dumbledore?
Kind of. It's well, no, I mean he does play Dumbledore, but I think it might be like, I think the dynamic might kind of be like maybe he's a little bit out of his element, maybe.
And you know that to me, man, we got to get this guy and Favreau to make a version of this for Aliens, where it's just a teacher taking kids out and they go on to the Nostromo, and he's like, "Look, you got your simple egg." So look at this, look at it, and it kills them. And all these kids have to like Lord of the Flies survive on the Nostromo with his useless ass survival techniques. You know? Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
teach me.
Kill me.
Kill me.
But yeah, I watched all of the Avatar reviews that hit this morning, or like the last couple hours. A bunch of them hit like on like YouTube. I watched like Christian Harloff's. Pretty much everyone's just like, yeah, man. It's like, you know, it's a simple story. It's about protecting your family. That's the story. And then, but everybody says like it sets it up for the next one, and it sounds good. And then they say the variable frame rate for some people was very jarring, and they said that they wish that they had not seen it with that way. They would rather just it have been consistent. They felt like they could tell when they were changing. That was a huge bummer to a couple of the reviewers that I saw. I personally think I would feel that way too. So I'm seeing it just in standard Real D on this first time.
Real D. That's right. Digital laser projected Real D is the way to see 3D films.
Rob's always said he's about Real D and double Ds, right? That's what you always said.
My last name is Dwayne. Yes, Real D. Keep it real. RD, Real D.
Real D. Dale says Jude is the learner, and the students make up stuff as they go along and end up teaching him. What? I should have added that. But it turns out
this is
the
really
real
good
teacher.
Stuff. Hold on, I'm writing it down on my yellow pad of paper. Hold on, they teach him, huh?
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah,
I gotta talk to Jet about this tonight. All right, good idea, Dan.
Like how Jet taught you how to program your VCR clock. George Lucas still watches stuff on VCRs.
Now, to be fair, on VHS, those are actual film prints available. They don't recode. They don't use the source code or whatever. You know, it's very technical. No. You get the actual way you saw it in the theater with film. And I mean, I hate film, so you know.
Right.
Anyway, that's so fucking weird. The man who fucking forced us all to get digital fucking cameras still watches VHS. A fucking motherfucker. Like, I just love how fucking weird he is, man. That makes no sense, dude.
He likes the tracking line. Keeps it real.
All we wanted was film grain, and you took it away from us.
Yeah.
And yet you are watching the VHS.
Oh, well, that's why he's saying that's why he doesn't know what the big fucking problem is. The original trilogy's out on VHS. You can go get it. Like, what's the problem?
Never. Oh man. This is some things about Lucas I can't get over.
Yeah, I do remember. I think it's during the Attack of the Clones thing and that documentary. I think it's the Pixels and Puppets documentary. I think you can see that ILM was still like using like the VHS stuff like internally for like stuff. It's like, that's weird, man. I mean, it was 2002, so it's not that crazy, but it's also crazy in a way. But as the truth says, a lot of general Star Wars channels making videos about games routinely get things wrong. I know they can't be experts on everything, but their videos eclipse of us gaming focused channels. It's tough. Yeah, that's what's kind of weird. It's like people pretending to be experts on things that they're not. So I do my best to be like, I don't know, to say I don't know, or to go like, that's how it seems to me. But a lot of people do think that there's a lot of appealing to this idea that these people know something when they don't, and all they're doing is reading an article or whatever, and it's kind of scary in a way.
I don't read, huh? It's a good thing I don't read.
Yeah, that's why we stopped. That's why we just do audiobooks here now.
Well, except for Heat 2, I'm gonna have to read that because I got Lego Batman. You would think Lego Batman reading to me an entire book called Heat 2 would be amazing. God, I wish it were. Like, where almost any other book, I would have been elated. But fucking for Heat 2, I'm like, what are you doing, guys? Like, Heat is, you know what I mean? It's not the right place for this, man. Like, just make a Lego. Since they have a Lego Batman guy who can read books, just make a Lego Batman series of books, since I fucking love that movie so much. But
yeah,
I don't read that book now.
Would it be funny? I don't know. Lego Batman books.
Yeah, it'd be funny. Unless John Kasdan wrote them, then they just you open them up and Metallica plays.
Metallica starts playing.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Did you did you ever try Willow? Did you ever watch any of those?
No, I can't get to it, man. This is no sense. I didn't care for the original. I'm not gonna care for this.
Yeah,
I like Life is Short. I like that Willow video. That's how I want to remember. The promotional video. He's just making fun of everyone. That's what I want to see.
There is a promotional video where they were talking and like Ricky Gervais has asked for like a quote on like Warwick Davis. And Ricky Gervais's quote was, like, his comedy is worth its weight in value or something like that because he weighs like nothing. It was so I can't say I just butchered it, but it was pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I want a show about them making a Willow show. That's what I want. I don't really want the Willow show.
All I really needed, man, was just for them just to make Willow in the Willow universe. That's all I needed. I didn't. I
hear you.
It was a really low bar for me. Like, Elora Danan just had to be like, walking around in the fucking trees and shit, doing magic or something. And some little brownies had to show up, maybe like a wizard, maybe a wand, maybe some magic shooting out. I didn't even need James Horner, but I just needed a little bit of magical music playing. I don't know what the fuck happened.
It's a real low bar for me.
Huh?
It was a real low bar for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's something about that for me, it was the A-Team movie. I'm like, just play the theme song. I just want to hear the theme song. And guess what they didn't do, Jason?
Right.
They didn't do it. How can you make an A-Team movie without the theme song?
It's like the best part of the show is watching that song gets you pumped for the show every time.
Gets me pumped to watch Bad Batch, and then I watch Bad and go, "Fuck, I'll just watch the A-Team again." It's a fucking much better show. But yeah.
The I guess review copies of Bad Batch went out. A bunch of people got like the first, 13 episodes or whatever. Yeah,
13.
It's like 14 actually. The first 14 episodes.
There's only 16.
They put out the first 14 episodes.
So they gave them the whole season.
Pretty much the whole season.
The bulk of the series.
The reviews generally were like, it has a few filler episodes. It goes into some dark lore places that's like cool, and the reviews were mostly positive, as they are. I think that with that show, I said this on Santa's show today, like with that show, when you don't have to wait a whole week to sit through like a filler episode, I think it's like a lot more palatable, and that it's probably proves my assumption that they should just release the whole season at a time, and that way people can just like binge it, and enjoy it that way. I think it's more enjoyable.
Waiting 16 weeks to get that fucking story is ridiculous, man.
They did learn something though. Like the premiere episode is like 2, the finale is going to be 2. Like the schedule, like there's like a couple of times when they group up the episodes and don't make you watch an exposition episode as for the week's content, which is very smart. So they've done better than in the past. But I also think that the Tales of the Jedi method of all at once, or in like a, even if it was just like a group of 6, that'd be cool. I would prefer that. I think it would give children could just watch the episodes as they will, and then the adults who probably need a little bit more story to remain locked into it would probably have an easier time sticking with it. So if you just dropped 4 episodes like once a month or something like that, probably would get a little bit further. Would probably help a lot. But what do I know? So as it says, saw someone on Reddit say they were working on the Acolyte set. There isn't a lot of on-location stuff happening, studio and volume. The leaked pics were from someone on set. Lucasfilm are very mad. Yeah, that's not true. There's a ton of location stuff happening right now. Right this very second.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even joking. I'm not fucking around. It's not. I'm not saying that there won't be. I don't know how much volume they're going to use, but there's a ton of location stuff. And
they're at Galaxy's Edge right now.
No, and then those photos are not somebody on set. Those photos are from a very, very nice telephoto lens.
Yeah.
No, it's like
Nick up in his chitty drone, right?
No,
with the balloons, and he's got his long lens.
If you literally go to bestmanbulletin.com and look at what he posted, you can literally see where the photographer is. You could the person's not on set. You could like see that. If they were on set, it would look a hell of a lot different, But hey, how's it going, guys? Let's go After Dark Kids says, "Hey, Jason, I can't stay, but wanted to stop by, say hi, and hit the like button. Have a great stream. Thank you. Yeah, come hang out whenever you're free. You're always welcome."
You're always welcome, despite what they say.
Despite what you say.
What?
You're
some people say.
You're mean.
I didn't say. Some people say.
I'm nice.
I said
like,
come.
I like
despite the rumors and all the threads. Just come on.
Aria says, and the person taking the photos sold them to Korean nets outlets, laughing my ass off. Yeah, it looks like they sold some to Daily Mail, some to like Splash News or something like that, some to a Korean outlet. They're like just like different photos, just like individual ones, and each photo is an exclusive photo, and that's what they do.
In basic training, Jason, right at the end, everyone gets their like where they're going to be stationed, right? Here's your MOS. Here's where you're going to be stationed. And I remember this one kid, he got stationed in South Korea, and everyone was like, "Oh no!" And he was like, "I'm so excited to sneakers, man, the sneakers." like he was just I'm gonna get all because they had the Nike like factories are there, and he already knew in 1998 how to get bootleg sneakers straight from the fucking factory at discount rates, and he was just like, he was so excited. I'd never seen anyone.
Yeah.
Like, all right, bud. They gave you your yes. All right. Okay. He got some great food though. South Korea is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. But and let's go back to this. Yeah, I don't. Those photos weren't taken from on set. You could like I said, you could work this out yourself. Lucasfilm are very mad. Sure, they're not happy about it. I mean, they I could tell you that they're being monsters to the locals. I've heard some stories about in the aftermath. It's like when the Daily Mail photographer shows up and takes the pictures, you don't be the asshole after. They've already done it. They're gone. They got the pictures of your man bun Wookiee and they're gone. You know what I mean?
That now you just get to dig your own like professional grave with your shitty attitude.
It's like security going around. Yeah, we did our job today. We did our job today. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter now though, does it? They might as well get pictures of whatever you're doing because man bun Wookiee's out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ratings always are falling. Annoying. The big spoilers. It was always
annoying working for my father when, you know, he liked me because I didn't take being a security guard. Like I had a license to be a bounty hunter or some shit. Like I was like, it's a fucking job, man. You know, well, I had to do armed security and I had to do escorting wives from their, usually I had to do a lot of the ones where you escort wives from their homes when they're they get restraining order against their husband. Huh?
You were an escort?
Yeah, I know. But every now and then you get one motherfucker who wants to like, you know, he wants to be commando, you know? Like, okay. You know, kind of takes his job too. I'm going to make sure no one gets in this fucking pool. I'm like, okay, dude, I get that. But you got to understand, people here, these are condos. These are like $500,000 condos. And like, you can't threaten their children for being in the pool, man. Like they pay us to be, it's not a prison, man.
Well, okay. Remember the movie Commando?
Yes.
You remember that scene when he gets on the airplane and the guy on the airplane like talks some shit to him, so he murders the guy on the airplane that he's on?
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Dudes see it. I know.
That's fucking crazy. And he's all, leave my friend alone. He's dead tired or something like that. You're like, yeah, you just murdered him.
Yeah. So I just used to hate it because you had to tell them, like, I had this when there was a woman, this short woman who got real aggressive and she fucking tackled, she comes running. I'm like, you can't be running. We're not chasing people here. Don't run. She runs and fucking injures herself. And then she sued us, right? I got hurt on the job. And I was like, well, I got 15 witnesses and someone taking a fucking video. It shows me clearly telling you, do not run. You know, we wheeled this shit into court with the cart with the TV. Remember that one, Jason? That it was always angled down. I thought it was going to fall on me. Remember that cart with the TV?
Yeah.
Anyway, tangent. But we wheeled that one and played it. And I'm like, there's me clearly telling you, don't fucking run. You idiot. But yeah, that's what happens, Jason. So, and they apparently hire these people out in Nottingham or Sherwood, wherever this stuff's being filmed.
Nottingham is where Azachu's from. That's where Azachu's from.
Yeah,
he's the sheriff.
Okay, and then the Dumblebog, or you know,
Azachu hates Kevin Costner. In case you don't know, he hates him.
Well,
hates him. But loves the girl from the Abyss. Hawks Holocron says
Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio.
Yep, she has too many names.
You know she's playing Gale Ann Hurd, right?
She's playing what?
So Cameron was going through his divorce with producer Gale Ann Hurd.
Oh, yeah.
And if you've ever seen Gale Ann Hurd, go look at Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, and you could be like, he just cast his wife.
Man, I like her. I like her in 12 Monkeys when she like does her hair up and goes to the airport. Man, that's a hot lady. Hawks,
she's beautiful, but
yeah. Hawks Holocron says, "Man buns unite, huh? We got Yoda, and now we got a Wookiee, y'all effed up." I know you guys are fucking taking over. I mean, really, you guys got your Chewbacca now. I mean, you're already got all the beautiful women at yoga. I mean, you're set. I don't know what else you guys need, honestly.
I heard that voice in that like St. Louis, Missouri marble mouth, you know, that there's like always a guy who's an engineer who has to come out. Y'all fucked up, y'all.
y'all fucked up. We got man buns now. Chewbacca's got man buns now.
Top nodding. Top nodders.
Aria says, so have they changed anything to prevent the same guy standing at the same place taking photos at some open place, laugh out loud? Yeah.
They're wagging fingers. And they're blocking people. I can't.
Oi, I'm the security guard. What are you doing here in our production? It's like,
okay. On my list of tunes to make is a paycheck and a security guard. We need a security guard to like hold you from spoilers and shit. I think that'd be a good bit.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny too, because like I'm sure it like helps, but mostly all that they do is really harass people that have already got the thing that they were there for, because by the time the security guard sees you, you've already seen the set, sort of strange. But Arias, yeah, so I don't think I think they were like on that set, I think they were probably pretty close to done. But there is location filming going on, so if anybody says otherwise, that is not correct for sure. I don't know that person. I'm not saying that they're lying. Maybe they just don't think there's a lot. I don't know, but there is a lot.
Jason,
Observing Report's a great movie. Observing Report's a really good movie. What's his name? Jody Hill? Is that the guy?
I didn't see it.
The guy the Kenny Powers team. I love those guys.
Kenny Powers. Yeah. Cyndi Lauper's trending on Twitter. My buddy just sent me.
Did she
You're talking about Cyndi Lauper, and now she's twinning. I haven't looked at. I don't look at Twitter during the show, but he sent me.
Is she a Night Sister? Did the green magic kill her?
What if she is, and I somehow conjured that one out of the ether?
Yeah.
You know that dude in Heat that they go get the plans from, and he goes, De Niro goes, where do you get this stuff? And he goes, this is all floating out there. I know how to get it. Like that's how you and me, that's how we roll. That's how we roll.
It's just out there.
It's just float out there. Just know how to get it.
Get it. Yeah. Dell says Altitude's been taking pictures of Wookiees and man buns. Princess Leia ones. Yeah. Hawk says, keep talking shit. And we young Mace Windu too. Oh no, young Mace Windu with his man bun, and then he loses his hair, and then that's when he becomes a dick.
When he gets it cut off by like Darth Plagueis, me.
Oh,
and he extends his saber way out just a little bit, just so he's like, I'm out of you can't get my knot, bitch. And then boop. Like, no!
What he actually did was he tried to give himself a fucking haircut with his lightsaber. He's like, zzz, but he took a little layer of the skin off the top, and the hair never grew back. Now he's mad at the world. That's my story. Arya says,
gives him stink eye for 3 movies.
Arya says,
hold on. I got to do it, Jason. We brought it up. I got to do it. Why the fuck did Lucas not let the stunt double do the Sidious fight in Revenge of the Sith? Why did he force a 70-year-old fucking obese man to 2 hours before this thing to do all the fucking fighting? Why?
No,
Why?
It didn't go that way. He
what I heard.
He tried to do it. He was trying to do, because most of it was just like talky talk. And then it was always they were using the face swapping technology on that stuff, and that was some of the first stuff. Like when you watch the movie now, you can actually really see it, especially like on a 4K TV when you watch it. So, but they did it twice, and then they took it into reshoots. The story was restructured on Revenge of the Sith at one point as well. And when they did the restructuring on that, that's when they went back to reshoots, and a lot of that shit changed there.
I still disagree with his deleting the original opening. I side with John Powell on this one.
Yeah. I think that stuff should have been moved into the around the Order 66 time. I think we should have saw like all of those wars going on. They should have moved all of the
seeing it in the beginning and then seeing it play out like at the end as well kind of like helps kind of bookend. I don't know. It makes it feel like there's a bigger thing going on during. It's not just, we're going to save Palpatine like we're rescuing the princess. Like it just, I don't know.
Yeah. But if you have the fighters, if you have the fight already going on like I think in totality, if you had like 15 worlds in a movie, it would have been too much.
Well, no, I don't think it's too much. If you don't have to keep cutting back to it, just use at the beginning.
No,
and then
I'm
at the end.
I'm just saying like if over the course of the movie you have like that many environments, I think the audience would be like, "What the fuck? This is breaking my neck." Yeah, but since you're going to go there and you're going to show the Clone Wars anyways, the Order 66 moments would have been the time, I think, and that's one of the most successful segments in the movie. I kind of wish there was more to it.
But watching starfighters slowly fly across Star Destroyers and shake off buzz droids ain't. I don't know.
No, that opening sequence is fucking rad.
No.
That opening sequence is fucking rad. Yeah,
can't even hear the music.
High.
Can't even hear the music.
I don't know. I can hear the music, but you really hear those pounding of those fucking drums, guns, boom.
Yeah,
boom.
and then Bryn Burt goes. Mm-hmm. The opposite of Michael J. Fox, right? When Michael J. Fox goes this way, he goes the other way.
Well, no, I mean, turns out the explosions, but I mean, yeah, I would rather
his job.
I would rather Williams have just added the drum beat. Some people don't believe me when I say Nottingham Castle still exists and it's just in the center near shops. The underground caves are cool too. Oh shit, that's kind of rad. I didn't know that. Daily Mail is fairly hated. Daily Mail is fairly hated here. All the papers just post SEO stuffing rubbish now. I can't imagine that many people click on their Star Wars lies and actually leaked pics. Maybe it's Facebook boomers. Yeah, I don't know.
Hate clicks as a true. Clicks.
Yeah, I don't want them coming after me, but like I know that like one of the things that some of those people do is they like sell the photos to those things and then they go after people trying to get them to pay them for the photos. Like you owe me for the photo after. So maybe they make money that way. I don't know.
Oh, we could do that?
Well, no. Well, I guess we could.
You owe me for this appearance, Jason.
Yeah. Oh, no? I guess Jody Hill did an episode of Peacemaker where
I don't remember.
Vigilante goes to jail.
Oh yeah, he's in the jail. Yeah, good episode. Have you seen Peacemaker? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
Jason,
watch that series.
What's a Peacemaker? So is that like when you have a heart attack and you need that thing in your heart?
No, watch the show.
Okay. What's it on? I don't even know what it is. I never heard of
Max. It's on HBO. Okay. James Gunn wrote and directed wrote all of them, directed all but 2. But yeah.
Are we sure it didn't get taken down yesterday?
Terminator 1000's in it. Robert Patrick.
Oh, okay. Did you see that they took Westworld off of off of HBO?
They're getting real cheap
because they don't want to pay the actors the residuals for. That's so fucked. That's so fucked up. Like,
well, that's why I don't let Marsha get her cut of the original trilogy. So she had nothing to do with the special edition, and so that's how it works.
But she broke your heart, George. She broke your heart.
Yeah, she cut through it like butter.
I think that's fair. She cut through it like butter. She really did.
They just cut through it like butter. I'm like, and then Steven breaks the arm and shit, doesn't know how to put it back on. I'm like, these fucking guys. Like,
yeah.
Meanwhile, Cameron's designing submarines and shit. Steven's like, how do I get the fucking arm to work?
I've heard people act like that quote though, like it's like a big like damning thing, as if like anything else in Star Wars was ever so threatening. Like I literally grew up with them running around the fucking Death Star like it's fucking kids on fucking spring break and shit. I don't know. I just don't think
I don't care about the quote. Yeah. I just think like the problem you have with the droid fight and the Gungan fight is that there isn't any humans with the Gungans to like relate to being murdered. You don't see the droids actually killing people and shit. So you get some shots in the palace, but it's some nondescript. There's no one at stake on that ground. No, he's not killing the frog. We don't give a shit about him. So like it's whatever. We could do this all day, Jason. I can talk about the Phantom Menace.
That means you're not gonna like Avatar because you're just gonna see cat people dying and you'll be like, you know what? They're not humans.
Yeah, burn them. I'm gonna have my coffee.
You hate the cat people too? You're a fucking maniac.
You know, I'm a little bit of a nihilist. Fuck them all. It's a fictional world. Burn it down.
You know what? Should have got spayed and neutered. You're right. Arya says, how well
if you told my mom knew you could get that for free, she would have done it. Just let me know.
I have this like terrible memory. It didn't occur to me like until like I was like much older how fucking awful. There was this guy in this like neighborhood. I went to stay at a friend's house, and this guy was just like getting the cats in the neighborhood and tying rubber bands to their balls to like make. Yeah, like it's fucking awful, right?
Oh, no.
This was like a thing that like
don't tell me this. I'm gonna dream about this. I have nightmares, man. Don't.
Yeah, like I was like, what the fuck is this? Is why I'm a maniac. Arya says, how well were the Ahsoka sets compared?
Was he Dr. Oz?
No,
I
don't think. Maybe it might have been. It might have been. It was a long time ago. How well were the Ahsoka sets compared to Kenobi? Since we are going to explore a brand new place in Star Wars, Arya, it's all the same locations for the most part. The Skeleton Crew one had a much bigger space outside Cal State Dominguez Hills, and but they also are using the same as the Mandalorian, the same as like all of these places are mostly the same. So
if
it's all down to the so if you think Mandalorian looks great and then Kenobi doesn't, same tools, same spaces,
same pencil, same paints. It's what you do. If you notice it's being used wrong. So like the Ahsoka episode, yeah, it's a set, but it looks great. It's just shot well. You know what I mean? The cinematography is good. The coverage is great. I like the story. Everything is it's execution. I don't like this. I don't like to get on the whole the volume's the problem. No. I don't want it. They shot Return of the Jedi outside.
You could quiet down a little bit.
Stupid
though.
Shit out there. You know? But at the same time, it's not the answer. The answer to Star Wars isn't the volume in the same way that the problem with Star Wars isn't the volume. The same way blue screen isn't the answer for Star Wars, same as it isn't the fucking problem. So
the volume should probably be the answer when it's something that literally cannot or does not really exist, and it would be impractical to make it so. Like if we were going to film Ota Gunga today, that would be a very good use of filming inside the volume. Most likely that would make the most sense, I would think.
Right.
You know what I mean? As opposed to like
nothing in there that you couldn't do in the volume, really.
And with like Tatooine stuff, there's no reason to just go outside at night in the desert. It's not that far away and film at night in the desert. And if the Daily Mail gets your fucking little picture, nobody cares.
Free publicity.
Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. It doesn't take away or add to your show. It's fucking
my favorite line in any Spielberg movie. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I know it sounds weird. Jaws has more quotable bits, but nobody cares is the one that I think.
Spoilers. Being anti-spoiler is your preference, Lucasfilm, not reality. Just your preference.
Reality. Right.
So you're, and then it's not even, and once again, you make the black market that you don't want to exist by pushing down on the information. Then it pops up, and then me or Bestman Bulletin grab it a little pause, put it out. So just chill. Was it Exegol quality? I have no idea. I really couldn't say. I would expect what you've seen on Star Wars TV from all of these shows, and then if they're filmed in the UK, there's a lot more location shooting going on. If you read bestmanbulletin.com, which I know you do, Arya, but talking to the general audience, they're filming all over Wales, and he's shown us that.
All over them, like good move around whale.
They're filming in his back. They're filming in Bestman Bulletin's
up underneath
backyard. Space whale.
Hey Jason, remember that time they blew up a whale?
Yeah.
I know it's old news. I grew up with this story, but the remastered video is the best when they blow up the whale and parts of it just like crush whole cars and shit.
Dude, there was was it you who sent me the snowball fight? Or did I just find that on my own?
No, I didn't send you.
Okay, somebody sent me there's an old movie, and it's like a snowball fight from like 1890 or something.
I sent that to you. Yeah.
Yeah, you sent that to me. And I was like reading, I was like, oh wow, it looks so good. I was like, this is such a good job on that. And I'm like looking at it, and I started reading the comments, and there's people going like, yeah, right. Like they had a 4K video back then. Nice try. And I'm just like, like what world? Like, are you not aware that we, what's been going on the last 10 years, maybe? Did you not see the train video or the Beatles documentary or like where we're at with AI and restoration?
Oh, and people tell me the problem is public schools. No, it's not investing in fucking education.
The problem is idiots fucking other idiots and making other idiots. That's the actual problem. It's excellent on so many levels. Okay, so Comic Binge is saying Peacemaker and the Suicide
You know what that
Squad.
is, Jason? Hold on. You know what that is? that's that Zoolander bit when they look at the model and they're like, "How did they feel? It's a building is made for ants." Like,
Yeah.
you're like, "All right,
Yeah.
okay."
Well, I was gonna watch it, but you said it was James Gunn, and I know that he hates Henry Cavill, so I won't be watching it because I love Henry Cavill and his Superman, and therefore I will not be watching anything from him. Nice try, jerk. Dan the Man says, "Did I miss the character discussion? Is Jude Law playing Lux Bonteri?" No, I was playing a teacher, Dan. Just a teacher. He's like, I'm a teacher. I don't know what are these plants gonna do to me. I'm just a teacher. Uh-oh. What's up, homie Scott? Guess who I saw? Who did you see? Who did you see? Was it bodies? Did you see bodies? What did they look like in real life? Tell us. Tell us now. Was it Meg? Bestman Bolton just obsessed with. I mean, Star Wars Santa just obsessed with Meg. Was it Meg? Come on, it had to be Meg. Or was it Darth Elvis or Mark Hamilton or Martin Killer or David Tree or Azatru? Did you see Azatru? Azatru, were you out there? Are you the Daily Mail guy? You're the Daily Mail guy.
Well, they all live right next to one another, Jason, as you know.
You saw Plagueis. Yeah, I heard from that one Ahsoka's dude who had the Tales of the Jedi leaks and then a bunch of the stuff and was like asking like, "Hey, do you know what's going on?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "You think everything I got was just wrong?" I said, "I don't know. Maybe what you got is from a very small sequence in the show and not the story of the show." You know, that was like the best that I could do with what there is because it doesn't seem to be really connecting. As the truth's never been to Wells. Just show up at Bestman's house. Oh no, wait. So you saw the Boogeyman. Uh-oh. Oi, what are you doing out here? Bestman Bulletin? Trying to take pictures of me set? Trying to get me Minge in trouble again?
I love that one. I forget about it until you do it every time, and I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Oi, what's this Making Star Wars and bestmanbulletin.gov? Huh? Governor bestmanbulletin.governor. Sorry.
He should also get the Great Baking Bulletin and then just start seeing if he can like spoil the Great Baking Show, right?
Yeah.
And then watch Matt Lucas like get into a fight with Bestman Bulletin. You ate my minge, right?
Just make up lies. More like
do you think in hey, I got a question.
Bull.
Do you think in Wales or Nottingham or Sherwood, you think they still fight like this, Jason? You think
yes.
they still do it old time like Sherlock Holmes, right? Like,
yep.
I wonder.
All right. Have a good Santa time, Santa. Doing Santa stuffs.
He's all Santa, man. You got 2 more weeks. A big day.
Do you know what minging is? Minge is when you
welcome to going on a Tinder date with Azatru.
Yeah. He's all, hey, you fall in order? You in the minging? All right. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't know.
Did you know that Minge was Yoda's original name? No, dude, that was Minch.
Minch.
Oh shit.
Minching's a whole nother thing. we can't we can't talk about
that. I'm pretty sure I think it's when you take like a hamburger bun and you take a Wookiee braid, you put it in there and light it on fire. Dan the Man says James really hates Cavill, so we're getting a reboot after all. Neat. Yeah, that's all it can mean, Dan. That's all it can mean.
He's gonna believe you. Stop that. Dan knows irony, you know. I hope so, but I think I know a few Dans, and you know they're as smart as I am. You think about that.
That was Dan the boy. This is Dan the Man.
I thought Galactic Starship was on a real boat, Jason. So we all can't be as blessed with a big brain like you. Look at that big brain, right? Look, hollow, right?
Yeah. Hollow. Yeah. So Bespin, when he rolls up on the buggy, you're like, man, them making Star Wars at your boy. Is that how it goes? Is that what you say? Am I saying it right? I'm trying.
Me Minjin Star Wars. Boosh.
Yeah. So do you have anything to report, or you have to do it like a Nemodian and only report when you got
because we gotta
something to
go. We got
report?
5 minutes.
We
We
gotta
gotta
go.
report. We gotta go.
The comic binge says, Rob, check out the comic Joyride if you haven't. Marcus Toe is the artist.
I'll check it out.
Joyride.
The one I'm enjoying, and Jason, I'm not a big fan of Marvel comics. I don't generally buy a few. But the new Beta Ray Bill series by Daniel Warren Johnson is fucking awesome. Even you would like it. Great art, not overly stuffed with words, but relatable. Like I'm like, that should have been the Thor movie. Like
I actually like wordy comics. I prefer I like a lot of writing in comics. I don't mind it actually.
When the story needs it. Like Kevin Smith Clerk comics need the words. Yeah, I like that. A Beta Ray Bill series doesn't need much words.
Yeah.
And man doesn't have lips. He's a horse mouth.
And when it, I don't mind a wordy comic if the writing is good, obviously. That
writing's good on it.
Yeah, if the writing's good.
This should be a movie. Like I'm like, this should be a fucking movie. Like, or the most baddest ass. Like if you could if you could, because he's a horse. If you could, I know, weird how my brain. If you could pair up Ragnarok with like the raid guy, the John Wick dudes, boom. But it's cool. It's a cool story. It's actually very cool.
Yeah.
Make a great game too. It's super cool. I highly recommend it.
One time I was on mushrooms and I was listening to Mark Maron's podcast, and I imagined that he was a mare the whole time I was listening to it, like a horseman.
Nay, you say.
Dan the Man says, I've been wanting a DC reboot since BVS. I'll take any excuse. I'm actually with you. I think it did its thing. I don't really want anything to do with it. I don't care about any of it. I think it's all pretty not for me. And so I'm excited about potentially there being a reboot, because then I might care, as opposed to just not,
Yeah, but had they rebooted it, you never would have gotten Peacemaker or James Gunn working on this stuff. Or the Batman, they would have scrapped that and made a different Like, man, just whatever they're doing, just move forward. I hate time travel, Jason. It gets all confusing.
Well, were you sad about the loss of the Batman Michelle Pfeiffer movie?
Yes, I've been wanting. I thought when Zack Snyder went to Comic-Con and he had the general from Man of Steel came out and read the lines from The Dark Knight Returns. I beat you, Clark. I want you to know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I thought, man, just cast fucking Michael Keaton as that bird. Like this universe had Batman like 30 years ago, but he quit sometimes in the 90s, right? And then like there've been nothing until Superman shows up and this kickstarts. That's when you do it. And I'm like, then they you got a young dude to play an old Batman. I'm like, Ed Harris, then motherfucker. I always thought seeing The Abyss. I thought Ed Harris was fucking Batman when I read The Dark Knight Returns. But Keaton could pull it off, man. Seriously, he's in top peak physical condition. So I'm bummed about it, because I really think, whatever Gunn wants to do, he says he's basing his take on the reboot more on Star Wars than say the MCU.
Yeah.
So just make these this little pocket thing and do your connected thing that everyone can follow through. Where it was like Star Wars. If you follow a series of Star Wars movies, they're connected, right? So, but when it's like a bunch of movies that aren't got the same names, they're just going to liken it to the MCU anyway. You're past that at this point, but whatever. They want to start over, but they're not starting over. They're still making a Joker movie and a Batman thing that got nothing to do with it. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish he just said the projects that, we'll have this other stuff, but we're going to this core focus thing, but bummer.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for change. Change is always room for improvement, as they say. And
a negative about that Batman
I think there's some room for it.
A negative about that Batman Beyond movie is it was going to take place now, and Batman Beyond should take place in Blade Runner. Like, it should not take place.
Well, I'm talking about there was going to be like a Batman Returns sequel with Batman and Michelle Pfeiffer about their relationship. And that was like going to be like a Michael Keaton Batman movie with Michelle Pfeiffer, got shelved. And I think that was in addition. I might be wrong, but
no, as I understood it, he was the Batman Beyond, and she was going to be in that as well.
Oh,
Would have
okay.
been like his
So
bit in
was he
there.
going to be like hanging it up to go bang Michelle Pfeiffer and like call it quits and like stop
Or
being a
she's
Batman?
still doing her fucking crazy cat lady thing. You know, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. So her I liked her Selena Kyle. It's pretty good stuff.
In the same way that, you know, Neil Blomkamp is a hit or miss guy as a director, but you know, he was going to make an Alien movie that just ignored all the other ones and was a sequel to Alien 2, where Hicks and Newton, all them fucking were actually alive and blah blah blah. And then old Ridley Scott had to come in and go, nope, I'm making my Alien movies. I'm like, couldn't have been. Come on, man. You know, like, come on. And I dig Prometheus, but given what he had, come on, just keep Catholicism out of the fucking Aliens movies. Find some other shit to do.
Okay, before we go, Dan the Man says one other thing. Do we see Ezra and Thrawn defending this new Beyond? And I don't think so. I am under the impression Thrawn and Ezra have gone their own ways when we're in the show. And Ezra's out there somewhere. I heard shit about a Grisk Arya. I don't know anything about a Grisk. I don't know. To be honest, I have no like people are bringing in so much stuff from novels and stuff like that, and I've tried to see if it connects or whatever. I haven't got anything that makes me think that it really does. I haven't heard anything about like the Chiss ascendancy and that kind of jazz. I haven't heard anything about that kind of stuff. The only thing I know is that like Thrawn's out there. He's got new allies. They got magic, and Ezra's gone. He's out there on his own somewhere. And that's kind of like that's where I think we begin.
Do you think, Jason, question before we go, do you think when Thrawn looks at people's AI generated art, he can figure out what kind of douchebags they are? Or do you think like, what do you think he reads from that? You know?
Yeah. He sees it and he's all, I could tell by how generic this art is, what these people appreciate.
Was it the 9 fingers or
yeah,
the foot coming out of someone's ear fucking thing, you know?
The way everything looks like an acid trip gone wrong as the Pinocchio's face melts.
Please go listen to James Cameron talk about LSD trips. Please go.
Like, I want to.
It's so great. We know what? When we do a UFO show, we gotta watch this. It's old enough. No one's DMCAing that video. We gotta play it.
Yeah. If by the way, tomorrow I gotta take the kids to get their vaccines, so I probably won't be able to do the show tomorrow at the normal time. I don't know what time I'll be able to. I don't know how long it's going to take and stuff. So tomorrow's show, I don't know. Maybe there won't be one. Maybe there will.
Then there won't be a show with me on Thursday, so no shows till Friday.
And then
no shows on Friday.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna. Well, I'll if there's Star Wars news, I'll do a show on Thursday.
No, can't do
before because I'm not going to see. I'm not going to see. I can't do it without you. I need Rob.
Show's better without me. Let's be honest.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I only listen to the shows without me, Jason. That's how I know it's true.
Well, why would you listen to shows with you on it? I mean, that's weird. I don't listen to shows with me on it either.
I got a little ego. It's pathetic.
No, it's like Pee-wee. Like, watch it. I lived it, you know? But yeah, Robert says one of the CW shows teased Selena Kyle getting married to Bruce Wayne in the Keaton universe. They had a multiverse crossover event. Knox was in the episode clip. Wait, oh, really?
It was sort of the premise of that Birds of Prey show too. If you ever sat through that Burton Batman and Catwoman had a daughter who loves to listen to Evanescence.
Oh, okay. I played with Evanescence at the whiskey. I think it was at the whiskey back in the day. I wasn't playing with them. We were on the same ticket. As the truth says, if I have time, I could get on Thursday. Yeah, come on Thursday and be Rob without all the minge talk, you know? God. You know, everything's minge this, minge that. Yoda should be called Minge. That's what you always say.
One time I flew out to Knott's Berry Farm just to say piss off.
Right.
It's Azatru. That's all right, man. He got the money, man. He's got the Azza bucks. You know? He took the Azza plane on his Azza bucks and gave the old not scary farmer right fuck off.
I do think we need to get Jody Hill and we need to make the movie about Buggyman chasing Bespin Bulletin around. You know, Bespin just a normal guy. We are done.
We're done.
You done?
We're done.
We're done. All right. Bye, everybody. He says we have to go. It's tired of your faces. Fucking hates you guys.
Jason will be back on a 5-minute show by himself anyway.
I love you guys. You guys know I love you, but Rob, he fucking hates you, and he says you're all stupid. I think you're all cool, fair, though.
I do the same thing to me.
Oh, okay. So. Okay, so we're one of us now. Bye, everybody. Bye, Rob.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go.
Hey! It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go.
Hey! It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.
Hey!
I'm still here. What am I doing here? Oh my God. What? I'm so embarrassed.